This is not just a simple lineup of cars. It is in fact the most complicated motorcade in Kenya. With around 20 vehicles and over 100 personnel, the Kenyan presidential motorcade has a single objective: keep the president safe. Strict and massive security and safety protocols are observed to the detail from the moment the president steps out of State House to the time he comes back.
I, William Samoei Ruto,
in full realization
of the high calling
I assume as President
of Kenya.
13th September 2022, President Uhuru Kenyatta is leaving State House for the inauguration of William Arap Ruto as the 5th President of Kenya. Outside the house on the hill, a presidential motorcade has taken position. And after he hops into his car, the Mercedes Maybach S600 Pullman Guard joins the formation. This formation is called spearhead or arrowhead, as it takes the shape of the head of the spear or an arrow. It forms the front part of the president's motorcade. It is very essential for easy maneuvering and guarantee in case of an attack and in case of a crossfire. At the heart of the formation is the car that carries the president. Kenya has no defined model for the presidential car. They keep changing depending on the preference of the sitting president. Like on Ruto's swearing day, President Kenyatta used the Mercedes Maybach S600 Pullman Guard, while Ruto used a Toyota Land Cruiser. But all the same, these vehicles are less of Mercedes or Toyotas. They are more of armored personnel carriers. The Maybach is a prestigious luxury limousine with integrated high protection. According to Mercedes-Benz media, this car that Uhuru used on his last day in office offers effective protection from terrorist attacks. It has been engineered to resist ballistics of level B6 and B7. B7 ballistic protection is the strongest level of protection used to stop armor-piercing bullets from high-velocity rifles, including snipers. Its armor resists military-standard small arms projectiles and provides protection against fragments from hand grenades and other explosive charges. Additional safety features include run-flat tires, a self-sealing fuel tank, and a fire extinguishing system. It's connected to its own oxygen supply for protection against biological weapons. It costs around 100 million Kenyan shillings, equivalent to $1 million US. The car, manufactured in Germany, is 21.3 feet long and has a V12 bi-turbo engine. The Toyota Land Cruiser that was used by President William Ruto after his swearing in is termed as a powerful beast by motor vehicle experts. As evident in both Kenyatta and Ruto's motorcades, it is not just one car that is involved in moving Kenya's head of state. There is a whole fleet of vehicles that play a role when the president is on the move. In fact, there are at least 2 armored vehicles almost identical to the car the president is in. In the Kenyatta motorcade, these 2 Mercedes-Benz moved on either side right behind the president's car. Ruto's motorcade had these 2 Toyota Land Cruisers in the same formation. They are meant to confuse potential attackers and form part of a crucial section of the motorcade. They are used as decoys. The President Land Cruiser has a touch of luxury and features that provide a blend of comfort and security. It is armored to the B6 level, providing a 360-degree protection against high-powered assault rifles and explosives. It is also fixed with heavy-duty brakes and a fire suppression system. Even though both Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto traveled in cars surrounded by outriders, it doesn't necessarily mean the president is always in that car. On the presidential motorcade is an armored Toyota Land Cruiser jammer. It jams any remote explodes that might be en route using antennas that send out a huge range of radio frequencies that block any bomb activation signal. It also has electronic war sensors that detect RPGs or anti-tank missiles when launched. Ahead of the wedge or arrowhead formation is the lead car. It is the actual brain of the operation. This car is the main guide and decision maker for the total commute. It even acts as a sort of buffer between what is up ahead and the president's car. Most of the time, this can be identified as the presidential escort car. Between this car and the president's car is a whole host of motorbikes referred to as sweepers. In most cases, we refer to them as outriders. They are in charge of clearing the way for the motorcade. They also form a protection ring around the president. They are literally the first line of defense should the president come under fire. Every presidential escort agent on the motorcade has to pass a 2-month defensive course. And for those who find themselves behind the wheel of the president's Land Cruiser or Maybach, must undertake an advanced driving course. It is essentially a whole fleet of vehicles that make up a mobile and armored state house with contingencies upon contingencies for all sorts of circumstances the president and whoever they are traveling with should find themselves in. My name is Enoch Sikolia, and this is the Kenyan Historian.